up, people? What up? What up? Just tagging a few people. Then we definitely gonna get to it. How was everybody's Mother's Day? Did you get the gifts and things that you wanted? Did you get the love you received? They don't let you tag this many people before you start, but after you started, bring up everybody. Shit. All right, a few more people, I'm out. All right. Rebecca, what up? Miss Molly, what up? So we got a few people in here. I'm going to go ahead and start. I'm going to tell y'all now this is going to be a short episode because I got other shit to do. I was inspired by something I heard earlier, and I don't want to lose the idea on the music, so I'm going to get to that. But we're not going to be here all night tonight. This might be a 30-minute episode because it's just a few specific things I want to speak on. All right, so the name of today's is Why Do You Deserve the Best? Now, what I always tell y'all what my inspiration is on why I be coming up with the topic. So this particular topic is, it seems like in today's time, right, that the level of expectation, right, is so high. And this is on both sides. That's why this title is not gender specific. It could be talking about a man. It could be talking about a woman. But it seems like everybody's expecting things just because they exist, right? More so on the female side, even the male side, but it's kind of hard for me to speak to that. But it could go either way. Y'all have y'all examples because y'all date men. I have my examples because I date women. But so it's like everybody thinks they deserve a good man, a good woman, right? But to me, I don't think everybody deserves that, right? Because I feel like what else in life do you deserve? What else in life do you get without working for it, right? Everybody's expecting, this perfect woman or this perfect man to fall out the sky, right? But what do you do to deserve a good man? Now, a good man or a good woman, right? Now, a good man, just going off of what the women say, a good man is hard to find, right? So that means they're scarce, right? It's not a lot of them, right? So, if you think that there's not a lot of good men, when you find one, what makes you deserve him? Just because you exist? Just because you know how to dress? Just because you look cute? Just because you what? It's a lot of people who think that they deserve that good man or good woman just because, and I think it just goes along with this idea of, you the best. You could be anybody you want to be. You can do anything you want to do. You can, and everybody feels like that. So everybody feels like they deserve the top-notch person just because I've been told all my life I can do anything. I can have anything I want. This, that, and the other. J. Mark said you only deserve what you work for. I agree with that. Definitely have to work to be proven deserving. Exactly. And it's weird, like when people say, I ain't competing for no man, but you'll compete for a job, right? I ain't competing for love, but you'll compete for, your business. You'll compete against other businesses. It's like, it's weird, like when they say go after everything, you can do this, do that, but I'm not going after a man. Like you can go after the job, go after the degree, go after this, go after that, all these materialistic things that at the end of the day don't mean shit, right? You can go after all these things, but something that as far as like love, right? You're not supposed to go after that, right? And I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. A lot of the reason that a lot of y'all are getting what you're getting, because you're only sitting back and letting people choose you, and what's choosing you is trash people. Women don't like to be rejected, right? They don't like to be turned down, right? So instead of being the aggressor and going after that man, like you go after that job or that something else you're trying to accomplish, instead of going after you want, you sit back and wait who chooses you, and then out of the people who choose you, you pick from them, and then you, once that goes bad, you categorize all men. I don't understand it. If a good man is what you want, when y'all see it, why do y'all sit back and wait for it to come to you? Like, why don't y'all be the aggressor? I feel like only reason that women hide behind the man is supposed to pursue the woman, and why do I think y'all hide behind that? Just is because just to be lazy, just to give yourself an excuse not to do it, right? Because women don't like to be turned down. Women don't like to be rejected. But what makes that, if you're going to sit back, at least if you're sitting back, let's make sure, because I'm telling you, first thing, listen, it don't matter if you big, small, skinny, fat, short, tall, ugly. The main thing is confidence, right? I was telling somebody this earlier because there was a post saying that it had a larger woman on it, and the post said, what did it say? Oh, do men still love women this size, right? And so one of the girls came on there and she was like, no, they don't. They just want to fuck these type of women. And I said, that's completely not true. I really feel like people, the stereotypes that allow a woman to be lazy or allow a woman to hide behind these things, they use those when it's okay, right? So the girl that said this is cap, they only fuck with these women. I said this is not true. I sent her over 3 profiles that had women who were big girls, who had confidence, who embraced themselves being big, not trying to hide the fact that they're big, but they embrace it. They live out. They don't have a lot of clothes on. When they do put clothes on, it's the confidence in the picture, right? That goes a long way. So if you're a big woman and you're in my DMs talking about this, but you don't give off confidence. You don't give off. You try to hide the fact that you're big. You don't embrace it, right? Those are not people not liking big women. Those are men not liking a person who's not confident. Because I'm telling you, listen, it was on that same post. It was men just comments just go all the way down. We love women, and there was women on there still trying to tell men that no, y'all don't. Like, how can a man tell you what he wants and y'all still don't believe it, right? I know I have plenty of girls who are big, who are larger size women. I don't want to say the wrong. I'm definitely not gonna say fat, but I don't know if y'all like big either. I don't want to offend nobody, but larger size women. I've dated larger size women. I've dated skinny, big, whatever you want to call it. I've dated short, tall, dark skin, light skin, all of them. It's like we love black women, but it's like y'all try to find all these excuses why we don't. Why you find all these excuses why black men don't love black women, but it's not really that. It's people take on that narrative who are not generally getting play or getting exactly what they want, right? So because you're not the best person, you might not be the best looking person, you might not have you might not have the amount of confidence that it takes to get the person that you want, and because of that, you're blaming, oh, black men don't like us. No, black men don't like you. Stop making it a group thing, right? Because you can be a big girl with confidence and get any man you want. Literally, I sent her profiles of girls who got 2 million, 1 million, 50,000, 10,000, all of these followers, right? These people are not following them just because the sky is blue. They're attracted to those type of women. So that all of that discrimination, and listen, you still have to be attractive. You still have to have some level of confidence. Men are not attracted to a woman who is It don't matter. You could be skinny or big or in between. It don't matter. If you don't have confidence, then you're not. If you're not exuding that confidence alone is a level of attraction. Who will have dudes all in your DM just off of the fact that you have a certain level of confidence. But you can't be a big girl with no confidence, trying to hide the fact that you're big, not embracing it, showing that you're ashamed of it, and then expect the perfect man to come along, and then when the perfect man don't come along, you blame all men for not liking you. No, it's not all men that don't like you. It's the fact that you're not exuding those things. You have to still, you can't use I'm big, so I'm not going to have confidence. No, there's plenty of big women with confidence. And I'm going to keep it a buck with you. It's way more BBWs with rings on their finger than the bad bitches. And that's a fact. It's way more big girls, BBWs, whatever y'all want to call it. It's way more of them with rings on their fingers than these bad bitches. Or I don't call women bitches, but y'all know, technical bad bitch. Let me read these comments because I'm babbling. Damn, Jacima, you going in and out? It says Jacima watching 82 times on here. Let me see. Okay. Right, Rebecca. Why is trash choosing you? Let's do some self-analyzation. That people don't like to do that. You don't like to like think about this, right? I was supposed to be reading the comments, but think about this, right? How can you ever expect someone else to love you, right? When you don't love yourself. You don't think that a person can tell when someone doesn't love themselves? You don't think that a person can tell when you don't have that confidence in yourself? How can you ever expect someone to love you when you look in the mirror and you don't love what you see? If you don't love what you see, how can you ever expect someone else to love you? You, when you don't even love you. But Miss Adams said it's okay to share that you're interested as a woman, but it's against a man's nature to be preyed upon. I think that's cap. I think that's just another thing that y'all hide behind so y'all don't have to do none of the chasing. That is cap. You know how many men would tell you that it's a turn on for a woman to come on to them? Because we never know. We never know. You know how many dudes I see, holler at a girl, get her in the section, spend all this money on her. At the end of the night, she leave with somebody else. That whole time he didn't know because she was acting. She did a good acting job. You know how many girls go on dates just because they're hungry? That's a fact. You know how many women just go on dates because they're hungry? It happens. So niggas don't know. So for once in our life, for a woman to let us know, that shows confidence. Oh, she in her bag. She came and let me know, look, nigga, you playing. I'm feeling you. What's up? Let's do something. Let's hang out. No man is turned off by that unless he's some stupid weirdo alpha male type corny nigga with a small dick. Like, real niggas, listen, when a girl try to holler at you, that's a turn on. We don't be turned off by that unless you're doing like some disrespectful, nasty shit or just saying, yo, what's up, I want to fuck. Then we may still hit you, but it ain't going no further than that. But when a girl come up on you and, holler at you, that ain't no nigga being soft. That's just like, it's refreshing because we've been doing all the chasing. We doing all the running. We doing all the nervousness shit, right? We got to build the confidence to say something to the girl and all that extra shit, right? Every nigga ain't built where he sees something he want and go get it. Some niggas be having anxiety attacks trying to talk to women because they just don't got it. Some men will not fight against women. Lack of confidence, they will move on. Exactly. Well, where then men be at? It's not about where those men be at. Where do you be at? See, that's the problem. It's not the problem that women need to go where those type of niggas are. Good men are everywhere. Good men are everywhere. And I'm gonna tell y'all what another one of your problems is. The good men are now. See, this is how it happened, right? The niggas who was cool in high school, right? Cool in high school. They got all the girls. All y'all girls, y'all wanted the football players. Y'all wanted those niggas, right? Now them niggas is 35, 28, 35 range, right? And because they were so successful off of football or basketball or whatever sport, right? Or the cool kids, right? Or he could dress and all that. They got all that attention off of that, right? But once they got to a point where your looks and your football skills and basketball skills couldn't carry you no more, and now you like 28, 35 and you just got a job, but you used to play sports, right? Y'all wanted those niggas, right? And y'all didn't want the geeky niggas, the smart niggas, the niggas who was lame and all of that, right? But while that was going on, those lame niggas was like, damn, I want to be like the football player, but I'm not athletic. I can't do that, right? I want to be like the niggas who got style, but I can't really dress. My parents can't really afford that. So what I'm gonna do is, what's the next thing I could do to get these women attention? They go to school, they get smart, they get good ass jobs, and they have a whole lot of money, right? So now they 28 through 35, good money, good dudes, the lanes from high school. Now they got the money, right? But they don't want you because you ain't want them when they was in high school, because you were surviving off of your metabolism and you was cute and you was a size 4. But now y'all done grew up and y'all done had kids, and we all did. I don't got the 6-pack no more. 6-pack is out of here. It's a 1-pack, a keg, right? It happens to all of us, right? So we get to that point. Listen, next time, just go back and look at the girl who was the cutest girl in school, or the girl who was the homecoming queen, or the dude who was the top football player, right? Go look at majority of them. Some of us made it through, right? I'm still cool. I made it through because I was in the middle. I was a smart nigga who knew how to be cool and was athletic, but I was a smart nigga too. So I made it through. Some of us make it through. But some of us just rely on your popularity, and when you get to that point where your popularity can't carry you no more, and your metabolism starts slowing up, you're eating the same way, you ain't looking how you used to look, right? So that's the misbalance right there. The niggas you didn't want in high school is the ones who grew up and had to rely on smarts and getting the money to get attention. So the dudes y'all want, the dudes you want to pay y'all bills, and the ones who actually got that money to do that, them is the smart niggas. But the smart niggas don't want y'all because y'all didn't want them back then. It's also Mike Jones shit. Back then, you didn't want me. Now I'm hot, and you all on me. Nah, I'm gonna go get the supermodel chick, the Instagram chick, because if I got this money, I'm gonna get the best that I can get. So they go get the Instagram model, the Instagram chick. That's the cycle of shit. The nigga that y'all want to pay y'all bills is the niggas who y'all didn't pay attention to in high school. The niggas who was lame in high school. Let me read these comments. This shit got me looking high yellow. Let me see. That's right. I approach mine and we're together now. Brandy, you been a G though. Brandy, you been a G. You ain't scared to holler at nobody. Communicate the desire, but it was up to the man to follow through. Yeah. I feel you right though. I'm just fucking with you. Slut buckets in school. My bro Wesley said, facts. You talking that talk. Yeah, that's what happened, man. That's the cycle. That is the fucking cycle. Those dudes realize, damn, I'm not an athlete. I'll never be dunking. I can't. I got 2 left feet. I'll never be able to put a crossover together. So what I got to do? Because those dudes still want women. So they figure it out. Damn, I gotta get this money and make this money attractive. But then they grow up, and those girls that ignored them, they don't look like they did in high school. They got 2 kids by 2 niggas now, and so what do? They run and get those type of women. It's like y'all have to stop this narrative of like this black men don't like black women, because the statistics alone prove that all of that is bullshit. It's all bullshit. 85% of black men who are married to black women. Statistical fact. So stop fronting like we don't want y'all and all that shit. A lot of the problem is that, first of all, y'all don't know what we want. Y'all think like women and don't understand how to think like a man. And I'm not talking about that Steve Harvey bullshit. I'm talking about understanding that men and women are different. The thought process for a man and a woman is different. So if you come into a resolution every time thinking like a woman, you're probably going to be off. Because, and don't give me that women's intuition shit, right? That women's intuition, to me, is a false narrative. I'm tired of hearing about it, because you cannot tell me that you have women's intuition, but you got a list of fuckboys. How you get a list? How did you get a list? If women's intuition is a real thing, how did you get a list? How? Are you just completely ignoring your intuition? How did you get a list of fuckboys? Explain. As far as deserving the best, you should try and give your best as well. 100%. 100% fact. Listen, I'm almost positive that most women don't even know what a man wants. Because I listen to y'all talk about what y'all think a man wants. And it's like, it's just weird to me, because it's like not what we want. And then even when we tell y'all it's not what we want, y'all tell us that we're lying. Like, we have a reason to lie about what we want. Why would we lie about what we want? That's what we want. We want it. So why would we lie about it? That's like a kid taking them to the store, and you ask the kid, do you want this Tonka truck? And he says, yes, Mom, I want the Tonka truck. And you say, no, you don't, boy. You don't want that Tonka truck. And you take him off and walk off. No, he wants the Tonka truck. Believe him. It's the same concept. Why y'all don't listen to, like, I'm gonna just use me as an example, right? So I think I'm pretty attractive, right? I'm tall, I got a deep voice, I got a beard, I'm athletic, I DJ, whatever. All the blah blahs, right? So I think just me myself, I've always dealt with, I bet you got all the hoes, right? Or you a DJ, you got all the women, right? And that's the biggest turnoff to me, because if I just met you and you already worried about other women, I just met you. You ain't even got none of what I give yet. You ain't got this communication, you ain't got this loving, you ain't got this respect, you ain't got how to be treated, you ain't even got none of that yet. The stuff that's gonna make you fall and fall fast. You ain't got none of that yet. And you already worried about other women. Nah. This nigga said, you hot soup, you ain't athletic. Cut it out, boy. I'm the best dunker you ever seen in your life. Don't get me sidetracked, nigga. You not that late, Simone. You a little late, but you ain't that late. I should hop on your ass about your Kevin Samuels post, but I'm going to leave you alone. I'm going to leave you alone. What my nigga J. Mark said. That's a fucking fact, J. Mark. That is a fucking fact. Right there it says, men, what do you bring to the table? Women, a whole list of shit that they've never heard a man say that they want. That is a fucking fact. That's what makes me say I don't even think women know what men want. Because when y'all start y'all list, you say, I got my own job. We don't give a fuck. I got my own car. We don't give a fuck. I got 2 degrees. Still, we don't give a fuck. We don't care. I make 70, 80 grand. We don't care. We don't care about none of that shit. Can I talk? Can you communicate? Are you caring? Are you loving? Are you thoughtful? Are you respectful? Are you loyal? Why don't nobody list that? I never hear that listed. I never hear that listed. It's my degrees, my accomplishments. I got a car. I got a business. None of that makes a man feel like, oh shit, she the one. None of that shit ever makes a man feel like, oh shit, she the one. But that's what y'all list. Oh, I got a business. I got a car. I pay my own bills. Well, welcome to being a fucking adult. Congratulations, you're an adult. Congratulations for adulting. You're a winner. Because you're being an adult. Hooray. That don't make no man want you. You know what make a man get on his knee? You're caring. You're thoughtful. You're loving. Respectful. All this other bullshit. You got know how to cook. Listen, that's just a benefit. We hope y'all can cook. But we've been us our whole life. We know how to survive without cooking. I ain't never, no woman I ever had in my life has ever been chastised for not cooking. Because my palate is my palate still in the 10th grade. I still like, my palate has always been my palate. It ain't going nowhere. I don't like vegetables. Give me starches, give me mashed potatoes, rice, bread, and meat, and mac and cheese. That's all and breakfast. That's all that got to be in your arsenal. Know how to scramble an egg, make a pancake, put some sausage in the oven, make mashed potatoes, rice, sausage, some type of bread, and any kind of meat. Pause. And I'm good. I don't need no gourmet, nothing. So all that, I can cook. Okay, so. But are you loving? Are you caring? Are you thoughtful? Are you loyal? Do you bring me peace? Do I feel at peace when I'm around you? Can I relax when I'm around you? Is this a safe space? Can I speak freely? Any man that you give those things to, and I'm talking about a man, forget your list of fuckboys, throw that out the window. We ain't talking about them. We ain't even referring to them. Because that ain't what you want. So we're not referring to them. In your mind, think of what a good man is, and that's what we're talking about. I don't speak for the fuck niggas. I never been a fuck nigga. Even when I was single, I was never a fuck nigga. Never been a fuck nigga. And anybody who know me, they can stand on that. Any woman who's ever messed with me, they can stand on that. Brandon Montgomery has never disrespected them. I always been respectful. I've never been a fuck nigga. That dirt has never been on my name, ever. Right, Pargo. Right, the Wendy's. Listen, if you stop and ask me, I'm about to stop at Wendy's, what you want? I'm lit. I'm way more lit over that than you telling me you made Thanksgiving dinner on a random Wednesday. I'm way more lit about the Wendy's. My palate has always been in the 6th grade. It's going to stay there. It's going to stay there. It's going to stay there. But it's like too many people think that they deserve the best just because you exist. That's false. That's false. That's false. And that's what's going on with society right now, right? Everybody's depressed because they're looking and seeing on Instagram and they think everybody is, it's like nobody wants to be a fan no more. Everybody wants to be on stage. Nobody can just be a fan no more, right? Everybody wants to be on stage. Who's the lit? How many likes? How many views? It's just like, pow. All this expectancy. Listen, all that city girl shit y'all was talking, When I found out, I respect it. It's whatever y'all want to, period this, period that. Right. But when I found out she was talking to Lil Uzi, I'm like, okay, all this is cap. Because when I think about women, like women, right? When I think about women, I think about like Sanaa Lathan, right? Nia Long, right? Women, right? They ain't standing next to no Lil Uzi Vert. They're not standing next to no Lil Uzi Vert. What Mimi said, the best turned into the biggest material item you can buy. Facts. Mimi, you feel like talking? Who want to talk? Somebody request. Let's have a conversation. Who want to talk? I just be like, it's weird out here now. Like, I'm glad, bro, I'm not out here in the dating world. I'm glad, because it's nasty out here. It's nasty out here, right? It's nasty out here. People are feeling like, and this is men and women, are both feeling like they deserve the best just because they woke up breathing. And I'm like, so how did we get here? I know, Molly, I know it's trash, man. I'm watching from the stands. Hey, listen, I got a theory, right? And when I look at it, I feel like, damn, my theory is, the more I look at people who could fill in these spots and what they're doing today in life, I be like, my theory, I think is pretty true, right? So think about this, right? I think that the people who are good at relationships are the people who played some type of team sport, right? And also how, like Rebecca said, she was a theater major. I was my high school teacher, Mr. Mitchell. I'll never forget. He always told me I should be an actor, even from high school. And I was like, man, fuck that. I want to play basketball. He was like, no, I'm telling you, with your voice and your skills. Because what happened was, just to make a long story short, when I was in high school, I rewrote me as a team, it was me and like 5 other people. We rewrote Romeo and Juliet, but we put it in modern times, right? And so what happened was, there was a part in the play where the gun was supposed to slide across the stage. And I was supposed to pick it up and put the gun towards the dude who was fucking with Juliet. But when it slid across the stage, the gun, because it was serious / comedy, right? So when the gun slid across the stage, it slid off the stage. So like what you do now, like, because the gun is supposed to slide to me, and I pick it up, and we're supposed to have a whole conversation. We can't do this scene without the gun. The gun fell off the stage. So what I did was, as I saw it was going off the stage, I jumped and slid on my stomach and caught the gun as it was going off stage, and then rolled off the stage and then jumped back on stage. I did it to make it funny because I saw what was about to happen, right? So I made it funny. The crowd started laughing. I jumped back on the stage and I said, okay, action. And then they laughed again, and then we kept going. The fact that I improv that in front of the whole school, he was just amazed. So he was always saying, Brandon, I'm telling you, theater, theater, theater. I said all that to say, as a theater person, you still worked as a team, right? I think the people who are bad at relationships are the fans. The people who was in the stands cheering for the basketball team, cheering for the baseball team, cheering for the football team. I think those people are bad at relationships. And the people who are good at relationships are the people who participated and understand what teamwork is, right? When you can only give 20%, I'm going to give 70% because I know you can only give 20% right now, right? In this situation, right? So I really feel like when you've been in those locker rooms and you've been in those battles and those grinds in sports, or like I said, theater or any type of team team sport. You understand what teamwork is. So I don't think anyone can be in those environments, understand what teamwork is, and then jump out of that and go into a relationship and not understand what teamwork is and just lose all capacity of what teamwork is, what it takes as a team to get somewhere. I really think that's the truth. Now think about all the fans that it is. It's way more fans than it is when you go to look at a basketball game or a football game, right? It's way more fans than it is of people who actually playing, right? And that's why relationships is hard, because the team workers is out here trying to match up with the fans. But the fans don't understand what it takes to be on the field and work as a team. So that's the city girls and people like that. They was the ones who was at the game cute cheering on the basketball players. They don't know what it is to be on the court and work together as a team to get a goal accomplished as a team. So as I look, right, as I look at people that I know who've been like in theater and team sports, I see them in relationships and they're doing well. Or they have a good track record with relationships. But then I also look at those people who were just fans. And they're not doing well. They're always complaining and, right? So I think my theory is real. You know, like I said, I ain't do all the research, but I seriously think that my theory is real. I'm ignoring your comments. Hold on, let me go back. I don't want to be like Kevin Samuels and ignore y'all comments. Mimi said I took a whole nap. Just woke up from a nap. Okay. Like Rebecca, successful. She's married. You know what I'm saying? It's real. Like I really like be looking, like when I tapped in my story, I be looking at, oh, they did play sports. They are doing good. Oh, come on, just seeing them with the paragraphs. No, I'm just playing. Right, and that's the attitude to have. My loyalty, my love, my honesty, access to me all times, pure soul. Yeah. And yeah, that's how it should be. And you deserve that back. If you're genuinely giving those things, you deserve that back. You deserve that back. Anybody who jump into, anybody who jump into a situation, all you just got your hand out all the time, you don't understand how this works. You don't understand what this means. Right, Mimi. Right, all of that you have to work together as a team. And if you're doing that stuff at an early age, it's building those characteristics in you. And sometimes you don't even know that's the lesson. You don't even know that's the lesson. But your coaches and stuff, they're putting that teamwork. Pick the next man up when they down. Don't just look at them when they down. Pick the next man up. And if you understand teamwork and how to make a team successful, you understand the concept of relationships. I really, really think that that's a real thing. It's 2021, so it's a study out there already about it. It's impossible to think of something new. They didn't already thought of every goddamn thing. It's all out there already. So if I really probably looked it up and really looked into it, it's probably already a study that people who play team sports make better partners in relationships. I can see that being a fucking Cosmo ad or some shit. It's probably already out there. Right. And like J. Mark said, team players cooperate. That's all men really ask for. Right. And that's 100% true because, and like I said, we're not talking about the fuckboys. A lot of the times when real men are talking, y'all refer to the fuckboys. No, it's a real man giving you real shit right now. So when I say I'm not referring to the fuckboys, you have to allow a man to lead, right? But you can only allow a man to lead. Y'all look at it from that aspect because fuckboys can't lead. Because you a fuckboy. You're going to do some fucked up shit in the mix. Men can lead, right? So when a man is in lead, you don't have to push against what he's saying. Because you know that man has the best interest for you and him. Because he's leading both of y'all. So like you said, team players cooperate. If you're allowing a man to lead, then you cooperate. Not as no pet or saying that you're less than because you following a man. Once again, I'm not talking about the fuckboys that y'all experienced. We're not referring to them. They don't deserve to be followed. So we're not referring to them. I'm only speaking to the men. Men who are men who do men shit. That's all we want is cooperation because we're going to do our best to lead. And we're fit to be that. Alethea said it comes with maturity. Even they'll learn the city girl stuff won't get you anywhere. I don't know because when they gonna learn? When they gonna learn? When you think they gonna learn, Alethea? Because I'm still. Listen. I just seen a 35-year-old say yesterday it's about to be a hot girl summer. No, it's not, Auntie. No, it's not, Auntie. You need to relax. That metabolism ain't doing it no more. It ain't about to be a hot girl summer. It's about to be a warm auntie summer. Nobody want to be an auntie no more. Why don't nobody want to be the fine ass auntie no more? You don't remember when Smokey and Craig was on the porch and they said, "Hey, Miss Parker." Nobody want to be Miss Parker no more. Nobody want to be the fine ass auntie. Everybody want to be a bad bitch looking like a fucking blow up balloon. It's getting ridiculous. That's a fact, Rebecca. Women won't do for men unless he deserves. Yeah. Listen, every relationship I've been in, except for the current one, most of them have been me giving more than I was receiving. And it wasn't really their fault. It's just they just didn't know how to. They didn't know what comes with being with a man, right? When you with a man, it's accountability, right? You got to stand on something. You just got to be a certain type of person when it comes to dealing with a man. He said he was saying as soon as I was saying. Right, man, don't nobody want to be Miss Parker no more. Why? It's this lady they posted they was calling her Aunt Bay. I think if you do like Aunt Bay hashtag on Instagram, you'll see her. She got a full head of gray hair, but it's all hers. And she fine. No disrespect to Bay. Bay know I still got eyes. Because Bay says she fine too. But they call her Aunt Bay. And I'd be like, this is what women should be looking at and saying, damn, I want to be like her when I turn 40. Right? Even just the way she talks and just the articulates and just, she's objective and she's got full hair and gray hair and she do little skits and she's an actor and more shit. It's just not like, let's strive for that. Like, it's like women, y'all can do whatever y'all want to do with your bodies. You can do whatever you want to do as far as the twerking and the hot girl summer and the Meg songs. And y'all have freedom to do all of that shit. But understand that when you choose to go that way or to take on these ideologies or these ways of thinking, right? You're going to be judged a certain way by the men that you say that you want. Understand that. Understand that the men that you say you want, they're going to judge you off of the ideologies that you take on as far as Meg and the City Girls and all this other bullshit and all this fucking entitlement that you think you deserve just because you're breathing. The men that you say that you want are looking at you a certain way, and they'll never approach you just because off of that ideology. So that's why women say, where are these men at? They're around. They're just quiet. It's just quiet. I know it's like take for instance, right? There's some girls on like Instagram, like when I like their pictures, like say I just follow somebody, right? They follow me back, right? Let's say they're naked on 80% of their pictures, right? I'll go through their pictures because you know when you follow somebody, you go check out their page, or somebody follow you, go check out their page, or you know them or you met them or whatever, right? You go and you like their page. I purposely go on those girls' pages and like every picture that they had clothes on. Every picture that you had clothes on. If you posted a picture and you was in a bathing suit, no like. Because when you go to your page, when you go to your notifications and you look and see, oh, Rose like my shit, and then you see what I liked, I'm trying to send a message. I don't care about making you feel like I'm interested. Oh, he liked my picture. No, I'm trying to send a message. So when you check your notifications and you see clothes on, clothes on, clothes on, clothes on, clothes on, like, damn, this nigga didn't like not one of my naked pictures. Yeah, on purpose, to make you take those 5 seconds and think, like, why did he do that? Just so you just take them seconds and think, who are men looking up to nowadays for inspiration on being a man? I can say who I look up to, my father. And a lot of people don't have that. My dad has always been a good man. He's always been, my dad's dad died when he was 13 years old. He was coming home from work, and he worked at a cookie factory in Chicago. And he was coming home from work late night, like 10, 11-ish. And because he had a book bag on, somebody thought he had something in it. So they tried to rob him, and he ended up shooting my dad's father. This is when my dad was 13. And the only thing he had in his bag was a bag full of cookies for my father and his other sisters. And so he died because the person thought that they could shoot him and take his bag because he had something in it, but it was just a bag full of cookies. Right? So my dad didn't have the best, he had 3 older sisters. He was the youngest, right? He didn't have really many examples of like how to be a great father. But as we was growing up, he knew that he wasn't going to be what he didn't have. So he put every foot forward to make us disciplined, strong, smart men with structure. So he's a military man, so that just comes with a whole different type of rules. And like, we didn't have doors on our bedrooms growing up. He took the doors off the hinges and put them in the attic. We didn't have doors. You didn't pay no bills here. You didn't got no privacy. And he had all boys. I'm sure if he had a girl, it'd be different. But he had all boys. So we didn't have doors on our bedrooms. He would take them off the hinges and put the doors in the attic. So my father is who I look up to, and today he's still a great man. I can talk to my dad about anything. I understand a lot of people don't have that. So if you're asking who do they look up to, it's hard. It's hard. I look up to Hove. I look up to Jay-Z just off of his moves, discipline, fuck the rhetoric and fuck what he say, she say, got to say, and the moves he make, because always down the line, it always comes out to be, damn, he made the right move. Even if the people who are so short vision can't see it right then, 3 years from now, when he flips it and makes $100 million, you like, damn, he did make the right move. He saw this coming 3 years ago, but everybody else talks shit about it, right? I respect that about Hov, and just because I'm in the music and just how his career, he went from Marcy Projects to where he's at now. Marcy Projects in Brooklyn, the slums, to where he's at now. I respect those steps and that whole grind. I watched it, right? So that's someone I respect. But I think the biggest problem, and this goes with women and men. I think that today's culture is so, what's the word I'm looking for? It's cool and trendy now to just tear down a person's character if they're speaking any kind of truth. Like, Martin Luther King wouldn't have lasted in the social media era. Martin Luther King was fucking white women. He was cheating on Coretta. If he would have been all over the shade room, right? He wouldn't have been revered as the man we look at him today with the statues and all that, because they would have been in his business, and the side chicks would have been all on the gram and all of that, right? You can't lead the civil rights movement and you sleeping with white groupies on the road. Like, it's just, people going to look at you differently, right? So in today's time, it's like I just take what I can get from people. I don't dive into that person, because they're still a human being, and human beings are going to always let you down, right? If your expectancy is too high for human beings, you're always going to be let down. So me as a black man, I just take pieces from people, right? Dave Chappelle, I take from him. Joe Rogan, he's not a black person, but I learn a lot from Joe Rogan's podcast, right? Dr. Umar, right? I pull stuff from him. I don't agree with everything he says, but I pull from him. It's just certain people. Farrakhan, I'm not a Muslim, but it's certain truth. I can see someone past who they are and understand the truth in what they're saying. That's a lot of people's problem, right? Take, for instance, Bobby Valentino, what he said about, he said, y'all, and he shouldn't have called y'all bitches, but he said, y'all women is on here naked so much that I start to wonder, what do y'all look like with clothes on, right? They crucified him for the tranny rumors and the gay rumors and all that shit, right? But does that change what he said? Does it make it not the truth because his past is not perfect? Same thing with Kevin Samuels. He says a lot of things that are true. Just because you don't like it, you feel like you have to crucify the person's past, right? I don't do that, because the truth can come from anybody. The truth doesn't change. If I say the truth today, then I go outside and I kill somebody, does that change my truth that I just said right now? No. Too many times people say things, and instead of just taking what you need and leaving what you don't, people discredit the whole situation. Nah, fuck everything they talking about. Fuck everything that they saying. Fuck all of that shit, because you ain't perfect. Your past ain't perfect. And if you use that logic, I told Simone this the other day, if you use that logic, then you can't take advice from nobody, because nobody's perfect, and everybody's got things in their past that they're either ashamed of, or they don't particularly like, or they don't want that chapter of the book read out loud. So if that's the case, you can't take advice from nobody. A lot of people trust you. All you do is, if someone says what you don't like, the discrediting of that person starts to begin. When Kevin Samuels started to say the things that he said, people said, oh, nah, fuck him, he's gay. Then they said, oh, he's been married twice already. If he's so smart and he know all of this, how come he couldn't make his marriages last? Because he's a fucking human, and his wives were fucking humans. But somebody who's been married twice, you are a fool if you think that person doesn't have any knowledge that will help you going on in your relationship. You're a fool if you think anybody who's been through 2 marriages doesn't have any knowledge for you going forward in your relationships. What they did wrong, what they could have did better at. But since he didn't have successful marriages, let's throw away everything he's fucking saying. Or he hates women, or he's gay, or he's in Atlanta, or he took a picture with his hand like the women do. He may be a feminine man. He may be a gay man. Does that change anything about the truth? It doesn't. But that's what we focus on. Let's discredit whoever's telling us what we don't like to hear. And I think that anybody who thinks like that, you'll just forever be just like, let's discredit somebody. Even if, I know this truth stung a little bit, but I don't like it. Yeah, that's the big joker. You hate black women. I don't know if you was here earlier, Jeff, but I talked about that. A lot of y'all try to group us in. I told y'all, 85%, 85% of black men who are married to black women. Stop fucking saying we dating outside our race. No, it's only 15% that's dating outside of our race. The other 85 that's married outside of our race. The other 85% is married to black women. Right. They do all of that, and that's what I'm talking about. That's all part of the discrediting. You got mommy problems. If you're on the internet and you're talking about women, you got mommy issues, or your mother was bad to you, or it's just like y'all try to find all of these discrediting things to make a person to discredit their truth, like as if it discredits the truth. Even if you have mommy problems, he's still saying the truth. It don't change the truth. If I say the sky is blue and then I go kill somebody, it doesn't change the fact that the sky is blue. It's still blue. It's still blue. And what's really missing in the overall picture, and I said this wasn't gonna be long, but we'd already been an hour. What's really needed is understanding, right? And communication, right? And not, well, I take that back. Let's go back. Understanding and honest communication. That's the only thing that's going to improve the relationships between black men and black women, because it's so fucked up right now. It's so fucked up. Nobody's listening to each other. Everybody wants to be right. Everybody wants to win the argument, even if they have to say some bullshit to win the argument, even if they have to take an anecdotal experience and make it everybody's experience. Like you can say, men don't do this, and then a girl will say, well, it was this one time, this one man did this. Okay, that one time that one man did this. You can't take that one anecdotal experience and make it happen to everybody. No. A lot of women read what happens to other women and take it on as if it happened to them. Niggas ain't shit, niggas ain't shit. Like, I'm so tired of hearing that shit. But I think that's what's needed. Honest communication and understanding. Understanding that we're two separate human beings. We think differently. So let's understand to each other how each other thinks. I think men already know. Men, once again, men, not fuckboys. I think men already understand how women think. That's why we're able to adjust and say things in a way where it won't be offensive, or the message will get across, but it won't be as painful, or we're just in that thought pattern, right? I really think that, and it's a few women. Matter of fact, it's a lot of women. I'm not going to front on y'all. It's a lot of women who understand men and understand that we have different trains of thought and we process things differently, right? And when you bring that honest communication and you bring that understanding, I think you get to a place where it's better for the relationship. Let me read what y'all saying. Nobody wants to work, but say they deserve it all. That's a fact, Rebecca. People don't listen to understand, they listen to respond. Oh, that is, and you know what? I don't know where that comes from, because a lot of people are like that, right? A lot of people listen to respond and never to understand, and it's rapid. It's almost insane. I don't know how many of y'all are on Clubhouse, but I've always been a night owl, so I'm always up at night. And when I'm up at night, I get on Clubhouse, and most of the time I'm never talking, right? Because sometimes you have to understand that people are idiots, and I don't feel like arguing. But I also enjoy communication, right? I enjoy listening to men and women have conversation, and just the extremes that people will go to just to win the argument, or how people won't stay on topic, or people speak from pain, people speak from their hurt and not from reality. People speak from their bubble and not from a general perspective, or a perspective that includes everybody. And so a lot of people are not honest with themselves. A lot of people they don't have any self-awareness. A lot of people think that you can just look at the Kevin Samuels shit. Like, they had the girl on there the other day who said she was just as fine as Beyonce. And, I respect confidence, but at the same time, come on. That delusional shit is just is. And I don't want to say this, but I feel like it's women who deal with that delusional shit. I think most men know where they are on the spectrum of what they can get as far as a woman. I think most men know that because we're logical thinkers, right? And this is whether you're a man or a fuckboy. I think our level of what we think we can get, we know. Like if like okay, when I was in college, right? I slept with a celebrity woman, R&B singer, lit. And if I told y'all would be like, damn. But it's the facts, right? So, but when that happened, it was an experience for me. But I didn't now have a new level where I only talk to this. I as a man understood this was a one-time thing. I got lucky. The stars was in line. The moon was in place. I was who I was in that moment. It was the perfect time, and boom, it happened. But I didn't create a new level of now I'm only talking to this. No, my level was still here. This just happened this one particular time. But if you reverse that, I feel like if one of the women, if a woman slept with Idris, right, or Trey Songz, or whoever y'all think is fine, right, you now think that is your new level. I should only be talking to this kind of man because I got this kind of man. And I think that's where that delusion comes in. We was on here last week, and a woman said, even when I'm at my lowest, I'm still a 10. And I said, well, y'all wouldn't give that same benefit to a bum on the street? If he broke, no food to eat, and he's a bum on the street, you wouldn't say to him, hey, I know you're a bum and you can't feed yourself, hey, but you're still a 10. No, you wouldn't do that. So how is it that you can say, and then this is my whole thing with a perfect 10, right? Nobody's perfect, right? But if you're a 10 and that's the highest it goes, you don't have any room to grow. So you already where you need to be. You don't need to get better at communication. You don't need to get better at understanding. You don't need to get better at knowing how to love someone. You don't need to get better at whatever. Because you're a 10 already. No matter what your situation is. There's a fine line between confidence and delusion. You can have a person who's a 6, and I hate the rating shit, but a person who's a 6, right? They can have the confidence, a high confidence for a 6, and understand that they are a 6 and operate as a 6 should operate. Listen, when I was in college, and I won't say this girl's name, right? But she was always cool with the guys, right? And she was, I won't call her, she was friendly with the guys, right? But the other girls, would, gang up, not gang up, but, on the yard in college, we be around each other, and you be around the girls, and you hear the other girls, talking about this particular chick because she is friendly with the guys. But what they could never understand was, why was everybody so cool with her? And it was because she understood what she was. She was honest about it. She was open about it. And she was just a cool-ass person, whether you were sleeping with her or not. She was just a cool-ass person. And the other girls couldn't figure out why the guys was just cool with her. Like, even if you wasn't fucking with her, you was still cool with her because she was just cool. And the other women couldn't figure that out. And it was just, it's like, I don't know, man. It's just a lot of shit when it comes to, I feel like, where women think they are. It's just, as a man, you see it. As a man, you see it. You see it. And I'm telling you, confidence is a motherfucker. You don't have to say it. I never say, oh, I got confidence. You feel it when I walk in the room, when I'm talking to you, when you see me. He got confidence. He got a certain level of confidence. You just see it. You feel it. It's just what it is. I don't never have to say I got confidence like I'm trying to convince y'all that I got confidence in myself. It just happens. I've seen confidence work so many ways for so many people. I've seen women who look bad, as y'all say, the baddest, and then you have a conversation with her and you realize she ain't got no confidence. She insecure about everything. What's that on your knee? Oh, you don't like my knees? Well, hold on. You got something on your knee. That's all I was telling you. You got something on your knee. You don't like my knees? No. It's something on your knee. Get off your knee. What's wrong with your cheek? What, my makeup? What's wrong? Nah, it's something on your cheek. Get off your cheek. I look all right, though, don't I? Yeah, just get what's on your cheek off your cheek. You know? It be like that. Like, true. That's facts, Tyree. 75% of people reside in the 4 to 7 average range. 20% and 5%. I don't know where you got them stats from, J Mark, but that sounds like it's factual. Factual. And then you know what? A funny thing about this Domino's fucking neuro shit that's driving by itself delivering pieces. You know that's what's next, right? That's why they put all these 5G towers, because when they get all these cars that drive themselves, you can't use those towers. It's all spread out. You need those 5G towers in close so those cars can communicate with each other and all of that stuff. Listen, we going there. But anyway, that just distracted me because it was on TV. What's up, Miss Tally? Shamaya? May? Yeah, so I lost my train of thought. But yeah, confidence is it, man. Confidence is it. Listen, I always talk about it was a nigga on my team named Black. And Black was black and had a mouthful of gold. But Black confidence was up here, bruh. And he talked like his confidence was up here. And Black got whatever girl he wanted, whenever he wanted. And Black was black as a motherfucker, big ass gold teeth. And, you know, kind of like Biggie. Biggie knew. He called himself ugly. Biggie knew, but Biggie carried himself with confidence. He talked like he had confidence. And because he talked like he had confidence, even before he was Biggie Smalls, he still was getting what he wanted because he talked and walked with confidence. Confidence is key. A lot of people doing so much work on the outside, right? The outside only gets somebody attention temporarily. But if you're dealing with anybody of any type of substance, they're going to need something after the looks. And if you just relying on the looks, you ain't going to keep nobody. You're not going to keep nobody. When you're dealing with a man, now if you want to keep entertaining the fuck boys, then yeah, they'll stick around because you're cute. And keep lying to you and fucking over you and fucking your friend and all that shit. And that's the life you choose to live, then keep on with your list of fuck boys. But when you trying to get a man, not a fuckboy, but a man, it's a certain level that comes with that. Because any woman that's been with me, I hold you accountable. And I expect you to hold me accountable because I'm going to be accountable. If I say I'm going to do it, it's going to get done. You're not even going to question it. I'm going to get it done. If I say I'm going to get it done. It's a certain type of level of men. I encourage women, listen, if you see what you want, and I mean what you want, go get it. Stop all this fucking sitting around waiting for a man to approach you. Fuck all that. If you see what you want, go get it. Go get it. Stop sitting back waiting for a nigga to choose you. And then you pick from the niggas who choose you. And then complain about all niggas. No, it's not all niggas. It's not all niggas. So going back to the topic, man, I'm going to go ahead and close it out about, be careful saying you deserve this and you deserve that when you don't even love yourself. You got to love yourself first. Nobody's going to love you if you don't even love yourself. And please believe me, people can tell that you don't love yourself. People can tell that you're not fond of yourself. If you always, you got to insult yourself before somebody else can do it, or call yourself fat before somebody else can do it, or, it's all of the cues. We know them. Trust me, men, we know them. We know the cues of a woman who's insecure and not really loving herself. It's aggravating. Sometimes we tell them, yo, stop doing that. Stop calling yourself fat. Stop saying this, stop saying that, because we can see it. And men, we don't like that. We want our woman to walk with as much confidence as I'm walking with. Your chin should be up high as mine. Because you happy to be walking next to me, and I'm happy to be walking next to you. $100%. 100%, Tyree. So what I'm hearing is woman's fault. Yeah, I expect you to hear that. About to get on your ass about Reverend Kevin Samuels. You was bad talking the good Reverend in my DMs. You was putting your mouth on the good Reverend. Don't come in my DMs putting your mouth on the good Reverend. The good Reverend been preaching for. Listen, y'all so fucking mad at Kevin Samuels. Where the fuck y'all was at when he talked about men for 3 years? This nigga was crucified. The same way he do women, he did men like that for 3 years. Nobody gave a fuck. Soon as he switched it up and started talking to women, here y'all come. Oh, he's gay. He live in Atlanta. He got mommy issues. He got 2 marriages that didn't work. Y'all didn't give a fuck when he was crucifying men. You didn't give a damn. He is of the cloth, girl. Y'all just don't want to hear. Listen, and the crazy thing about Kevin Samuels is he uses statistics. He don't use opinion. He uses statistics. I ain't about to get into all that. But yeah, and then you told me that you only saw clips. You ain't never watched the full episode. He disrespectful to women. No, he matches their energy. If they come disrespectful, he gets disrespectful. He don't let them control their conversation because it's his platform. Why? That's like me adding somebody to this chat, and then I'm like, you take over, and then now it's your show. No, this is my platform. The conversation is gonna go how I want it to go. You're not about to babble and like y'all do and make 18 points in one paragraph. No, it's gonna be a structured conversation so we can get to a point. He's not trying to tell you how to be a woman. He's not trying to tell you how to be a woman. He's trying to tell you that if you want this type of man, who are his clients, he's an image consultant. So he talks to these high-valued men all of the fucking time. Oh, y'all done woke Tyree up. Hold on now. Okay, Ty. Ty. Y'all done woke Ty up. That's true, bro. The women have a difficulty with that. They have a difficulty with that. But Simone, what I was saying is he is not telling you how to be a woman. He's never told them how to be a woman. He's saying if you want a high-value man who are his clients and that he's an image consultant, he talks to them all the time, he's giving you facts on what these men want. That's all. That's all. When he says that majority of men who make the money that y'all want them to make are short, that's a fact. So if most men who make that high value money are short, but y'all want a nigga tall and rich, that's a fact that he's giving you, letting you know that most of these people are gonna be short, right? And then he also goes from there. If most of these men are short, then they are in a certain weight range, right? And if you are If these men are from 5'5" to 5'8", right, and you are 5'6", and you weigh a certain amount, which means you weigh more than that man, men look at that a certain way. The other, I think this was on Simone's post too, about how, yes, it was on your post. I ended up arguing with one of your followers. She was saying that, damn, what did she say? She said that a woman, she said, I don't care what Kevin Samuels says, a woman who has had 2 kids is not damaged goods. She can get whatever man she wants. And that's kind of like going back into that delusional shit. I asked her, I said, are you a man? No, I'll answer it for you. You're not a man, right? Do you know how men feel about a woman who has 2 kids already? No, you don't. I'll answer that for you. So why don't y'all think that a woman, right, who chooses to have 2 kids, right, not with either one of those men if it's 2 baby daddies, or not with that man if it's 1 baby daddy, right? So just take it like this, right? If I, as a man, choose to get with a woman who already has 2 kids that are not mine, right? If we start a family, I'm starting a family with 2 kids that are not mine. If you think that that's not something that men take into consideration, you're just foolish. If me and you have a child, right? This is my first child, but it's going to be our 3rd child. 3rd. So this man is going from 0 kids to 3. If you think men don't take that under consideration, and you think that that woman has the same opportunities as a woman who has no kids, you are just completely being delusional. Those women are not in the same spots. And you can't get mad at the people of that situation because you, as an adult, laid down and had those 2 kids. You cannot be mad at nobody else except yourself. You did that. You laid down, you had 2 kids. That's not everybody else's problem. So if you did that, you have to accept responsibility for that and understand that it might be a little bit harder for me because I did do this when I shouldn't have. Not saying that the kids ain't a blessing, not saying that, all of that. But you still have to understand in the dating world, right? You have to understand that it might be just a little bit harder for me. You wasn't thinking about that when you was doing what you was doing. You was in love and you was going to be with this nigga forever and you're going to have his kids even though he wants shit, and you did that. So don't make it women to take that and be like, oh, you don't love black women. No. These particular men might not love black women who have 2 kids. It's not a black women thing. It's the fact that you're a woman with 2 kids already. And if I talk to you, it's going to be my 3rd. 3rd, from 0 to 3. Think about that. Think about how hard it is for a woman with none to find a good man. What do you think it's going to be when you got 2 already? It's going to be a little harder. You have to accept your moves, accountability for your actions, and understand that you, in the dating world, you may now be in a category. We're all giving disadvantages in life. It's the cards that's dealt. When the cards that's dealt, you either make that situation better if you can, or accept it. And by accepting it, that means not getting sensitive. Don't get sensitive about your situation. Because you're really mad low-key. You're really mad that you're in that situation. But instead, you take that energy and flip it and make it black men don't like black women. No. We love black women. It's proven. It's proven. Listen, I didn't just start talking like this. I've been talking like this before YouTube existed, before Facebook existed, to friends, family, everything. All of these views been the same, right? All these views, I keep getting distracted. All these views have always been the same. So it's like I've always seen just the development of where this shit was going. I've always looked at the bigger picture, and I just feel like it's just getting into that space where, I was talking to Amelia the other day. It's like the civil rights movement and the independent woman movement was happening at the same time, right? White women started the independent woman movement, right? But the civil rights was going on at the same time. So as that was going on at the same time, when the black women started to join not the civil rights, but the independent woman movement, black men, respected black men, were saying, look, we might not want to do this because it's separating the two. It's separating the two issues, making it two different issues. You're also siding with a white issue because white women started the independent shit. Black women joined, right? So then what happened was you got your independence, right? And now you're working, 40 hours a week, and you got your boutique, and you're doing those things, and you got to, go to work and pay bills and live on your own and do all those things, and you got the independence that you wanted, right? And so then when you got the independence, after a while, y'all like, man, fuck this shit. We're going to work every day and paying bills and being responsible and doing all this shit. We tired of this shit. And now somehow the word provide has been stretched into paying all your bills and, being a protector and, catching the bullet in your teeth and having a beard, being 6'2" or taller. It's like, now y'all tired of being independent. Y'all don't want to be independent no more. Y'all want to be taken care of. Y'all fought for independence. You got it. Now you're tired of it. Because you're working 40 hours a week and you're tired and you want to be on vacation and you want to find a dude who's making $250 a year and all this shit, right? So now the relations is just going fucking separate. And the only way we can get a hold of it is honest communication and understanding on both sides. And until we get that, this shit is just going to keep going left. I'm telling you, this shit is going to erupt eventually because black men are getting tired and women are getting fed up. But, the things that y'all getting fed up for, I don't think. Anyway. But both sides are getting, the point is, whether the reason is whatever, both sides are starting to get fed the fuck up. And it's just driving us apart. How can we ever be on the same page on a mission for black people if we can't bring black women and black men together and get on the same page? You're right, Rebecca. More so men than women, what, Molly? Miss Adams says she like a bag of weed. Just match me at least. Alethea said you're going to be a great father. Thank you. No, I'm not having no more morning sickness, thank God. If it would have happened one more day, I was going to the emergency room. I was tired of that shit. That shit happened for like 10 days in a row. It was a nausea feeling in my stomach, and I couldn't eat or throw up. It was just there, just ugly as shit. More so men being fed up. Oh yeah, I agree. It's starting to get bad. When I be on Clubhouse and I be hearing the dudes, I'm just like, at first, like, when Clubhouse first started, I'd be on there listening, right? The dudes was at least being, like, respectful. right? But a lot of the dudes who like are popular on there and have like the most like the popping rooms, you could just hear their language changing because every night they're hearing women be delusional, be anecdotal. Anecdotal means that you try to use your singular experience to cover all women's experience. So you take something that happened to you or something that happened to a person you know, and you'd be like, to disprove someone else's point, you'll say, well, I know this one guy who did this one thing. So you just know this one guy who did this one thing. That's where it stops. You don't make that as something that covers every woman's view because that hasn't happened to every woman. And then like, it's so weird. It's funny to watch because even like somebody on, okay, let's poll the people on stage. The people on stage is the people that's talking, right? So what'll happen is as the women start answering, because the other women don't want, they're so tight on being against the men that they'll say the answer to the poll of the room that keeps the women together so they can prove their point against the men instead of anyone keeping it real, right? And then you'll get to one woman who keeps it real, and then all of the other women will say she's a pick-me. But men have never picked women just because they agree with us. That's never happened. Women, actually, a woman who agrees with us all the time, we're like, okay, you ain't supposed to agree with everything I say. So we actually pull back from those type of people. But anytime a woman agrees with a man in those arguments, the women jump on the woman and call her a pick-me, which is weird. But, yeah. Yeah, Tiffany. I think I tagged you too, Tiff. You did miss the whole show because I'm about to get off of here. My friend and his homeboys are currently He-Man Woman Haters Club. Like, they be going in. And then you know what? They'll say, you know what they smart-ass comment will be to that? Well, then go be with a nigga then. Y'all want niggas to be gay so bad. No. We love vagina. We ain't going nowhere. Get y'all shit together. Well, go be with the niggas. We don't want niggas. We want y'all to get y'all fucking shit together. Get your head on straight. Go be with the niggas. They love to say that stupid shit. Go be with the niggas. No, I want vagina. Get your shit together. Boy, vagina. There's no such thing. It's called ass. It's man's ass that they want. It ain't boy vagina. Man, I know it's nasty out there now. I know it's nasty out there. But yes, niggas is fed the fuck up, bruh. And it's getting bad. Y'all working really hard to change that 85%. Y'all trying to make that 85% go the other way. But yeah, I'm going to get off of here, man. I'll see y'all next Monday. I will be back. Listen, women, y'all doing so bad. Y'all done made what's her name quit her damn show. What's her name? What's Oprah friend name? Ayana, Fix My Life. She didn't quit the damn show. She said, women, there's no hope for y'all. Y'all lost. Y'all period in the death. Y'all city girl in the death. Black women is lost. She quit the show. She gave up on y'all. She just said, I ain't fixing nobody else shit. She didn't quit on y'all. She tired of y'all. I ain't fixing no more women's life. Fuck this show. I'm out. She quit. Did a whole interview saying, look, you can't fix them. It's too late. They fucked up. It ain't going to get better. You can't fix it. I quit the show. She making $1 million off the show. Quit. Fuck that money. I'm tired of these women. Ayana then retired on y'all. She tired of y'all shit. But yeah, we'll be back next Monday, man. Every Monday, 8 o'clock. We'll be right here. I appreciate everybody tuning in. Please hit the share button. I know y'all never do that when I ask y'all to, but please do it. I will see y'all next week, man. I love y'all.